What's going on? It's Big G from G Riders. And before we get this video started, I'd like to give a special thank you to my friend Sam down at Corvallis Subaru, who hooked me up with this vehicle to test. If you're looking to buy something like this or any other Subaru or Toyota models, hit him up and he'll be happy to get you to a vehicle. All his information will be in the bio below. To the 2018 Subaru Outback Premium. Originally introduced back in 1994, the Subaru Outback was just a lifted version of the legacy wagon, and now it's grown to be one of the hottest selling SUVs in Subaru's lineup. So the one I have behind me here today is the 2018 Subaru Outback, and this one is the mid-cycle refresh. So this one was updated from the 2017 model year. Only thing that's really changed on the Outback is not much has changed. So only things that really changed is they changed the grille, they changed the front up a little bit, they added LED daytime running lights, they added a bigger screen in the infotainment center that comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But honestly, for the rest of it, it's basically the same as the previous models. But honestly, with the addition of the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, I feel like this one is definitely worth the look. So the Subaru Outback I have here behind me is the 2.5 Premium, which is the volume seller vehicle, which if you're kind of doing research on a Subaru Outback, you're probably looking at this model here. So this one comes with the 2.5 liter boxer 4-cylinder, making 175 horsepower and 174 foot-pounds of torque. And this vehicle weighs about 3,600 pounds. Despite though it weighing 3,600 pounds, almost 4,000 pounds if you think about it that way, it gets a very, very good 25 in the city and 32 out on the highway, which is excellent. And it's due to the efficient 4-cylinder that's in this vehicle and also that really good CVT. This is definitely one of the better mid-size crossover SUV fuel economy numbers. So the model I have here, right here behind me, is the Subaru Outback Premium. And the Subaru Outback Premium starts at about $27,000, almost $28,000. And it gets a lot of good standard equipment. But this one is loaded up. It has almost every option you can get on the Premium model. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto with the bigger 8-inch display. It also has the eyesight system, which has the forward collision monitoring system, and also radar cruise control, and also has lane keep assist that keeps you in your lane. It also kind of almost drives for you when you're driving on the highway. It also has blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alerts. So if you're backing up and something is coming, it'll tell you if you don't see it. All that equipment is only $33,000. And $33,000 is a very good value for how much modern equipment and safety equipment that you're getting on this vehicle. So I'm going to talk about something that nobody really ever talks about with the Subaru Outback is the styling, because the Subaru Outback is more of a function-built vehicle and not a great-looking vehicle. And honestly, in my opinion, I think the Subaru Outback looks really good, especially with the new addition of these new LED daytime running lights around the outside. It just makes the car look a lot mean, a lot more aggressive, and a lot more modern. And I like the way it looks. The SUV looks really good, a lot of clean lines. It's not nothing too polarizing. It's just a great looking vehicle. Welcome to the interior of the 2018 Subaru Outback. And the inside of the Subaru Outback is really comfortable, is laid out really well, and is actually really good quality. Let's take a look and see what it's looking like. As you can see here, everything is laid out really nicely. It looks really good, and it's actually really good quality. So let's start over here at the steering wheel. The steering wheel is new for this year, like it's a part of the facelift of the model. And I feel like the steering wheel is a little bit smaller than it was before, and it has all your controls for your cruise control, your lane keep assist, and the distance you want to have for your vehicle. It does have some nice paddle shifters on here, which I feel like nobody really uses on this vehicle. Has your volume controls and your radio tuning on the right hand side here, which is really nice. I like the analog gauge clusters. It looks really good. I don't think with all the vehicles are moving to all digital displays, it's kind of nice to still see a good set of analog gauges. So something else that I really like is the new infotainment area. Like this one has the upgraded 8-inch screen, which looks really nice, and it does have Apple CarPlay. So let me go ahead and hook my phone in here. So here you go, you got your Apple CarPlay now in the 2018 Outback, and I'm really glad that they do that. And so with the Apple CarPlay, you know, you got your full capability. It's like you almost really don't need to get navigation anymore. So if I go home here, you also get car info, vehicle monitor, so it has your average speed and your fuel economy, and then you got your preferences there. And then you got your maintenance, so if you need to schedule some maintenance or something is wrong with your car, it'll pop up here on this screen here. And also, this tells you, how the whole entire car is doing. So this does have the navigation system, which is nice, but because of Apple CarPlay, you really don't need it at this point. I've been seeing a lot of companies offer navigation at a lot lower price than they used to just because of Apple CarPlay. So let's move, and right under it is the climate controls. It has your heated seat controls, which are just straight buttons, and you got the big knobs here for your climate control, which is really nice. You don't have to look around too much for it. It's really easy. So moving past the infotainment area, which looks really nice nowadays, you have this really nice stitched leather dash and then this nice aluminum knurled looking finish on here on the dash, which looks really nice. It looks really high quality. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of wood, and I'm glad that they're not trying to put fake wood in here to make it feel like it's a car that is really not. And I like it. Up here in the cabin of the Subaru Outback is really nice, really nicely laid out and everything. So let me go ahead and hop in the back and see what it's looking like back there. All right, I'm sitting now in the back seat of the Subaru Outback, and this thing is really roomy. So so this is where I drive. This is the seating position, and this seat, it's just a little bit forward, and I'm really comfortable back here. I have plenty of room underneath. I can put my feet underneath, and remember, I do wear a size 16, and for the most part, I'm really comfortable back here. It's really nice. It's really comfortable, and it's probably still one of the best vehicles in this category of cars. Also back here, you got some USB ports to charge phones in the back, which is really nice, which is honestly, it's the standard now, but it's really nice that they have it now. All right, let's go take a look at the trunk and see how it's looking back here. Go ahead and pop it on open, and power lift gate. So, there's lots of space back here. I'm gonna put up the exact number right over here. Right over here. But there's quite a bit. Like, see, this is my Pelican case. This is the Pelican 1605, and it's quite a big case. It's quite a big case, and I probably could fit about maybe four of them back here, which is definitely lots of space back here. So if you need a lot of space in your back of your vehicle, this definitely has it. All right, let's see how this bad boy drives. Welcome to the 2018 Subaru Outback driving portion. Let's get on out on the road and see how this thing drives. So let's go ahead and do some little acceleration to see how this thing accelerates here. Definitely not bad at all, considering that this vehicle weighs almost 4,000 pounds and has 175 horsepower. That's definitely not bad, but this is one of those things that you're either going to get a fast car or you're going to get fuel economy. And a lot of people who own these and want to drive these, they're not worried about this car being a sports car. Only thing they care about is getting that 32 miles to the gallon on the highway and 25 in the city. So I'm gonna give the lack of power a pass, but it's definitely enough to get this thing up and moving and pass if you got to do that. Second of all, this is, a modern car with modern steering. It has a nice feel to it. I mean, and you got to remember that this is a Subaru Outback, and it has really good steering feel. It's kind of weird. Like, you can throw this thing around corners, and it feels actually pretty decently comfortable. It doesn't feel like it's too out of its comfort zone. One of the things I've always liked about the Subaru Outback, about the modern Subaru Outback, windows are nice and big on this vehicle. This is some really nice visibility out of this vehicle. You look all around the car, you can see all around you pretty clearly. And like, if you go to look over your shoulder to do a lane change, you can see out of the vehicle really well. But this vehicle does have blind spot monitoring system because it is a modern Subaru product. And they redesigned where they put the blind spot monitoring. So if you see these little black bars over here, so if somebody's in your blind spot right here, it'll light up gold where you can see it and out of the corner of your eye and not have to look all the way on the mirror there. I think that's pretty nice. What do you really need to know about the Subaru Outback? The Subaru Outback is a great car. And I'm not just saying that because this is the one I'm driving. I'm just saying I review a lot of cars, and I can see why there's so many Subarus on the road here in the Pacific Northwest. It's because it just feels, you feel really safe and secure on the road. You got enough power to do what you got to do. Like if you got to pass, or if you need to accelerate, or do whatever you need to do, you got enough for that. You need more power, you can get the 6-cylinder, and I'm pretty sure that one's quick. I could be possibly might be doing a review on that one at some point too. And like, it has a lot of cargo space in here. You can put a lot of stuff in the Subaru Outback and transport it, or a lot of people in here comfortably. And I feel like this vehicle is a vehicle that you can put your family in and go on a trip, or even just like drop kids off at school, and you feel like no matter what the weather is, you can get there safely. And that's what really these Subaru Outbacks are about. I honestly think the Subaru Outback works for any lifestyle, because I'm about 25 years old, and even though I'm not your typical customer for a Subaru Outback, I would definitely consider buying one, just because this car is really comfortable and rides really nice, and I really like it. It's a great car. And you know, for being a $33,000 car, this car is built really well. Like, I'm driving along here at about 60 miles an hour, and honestly, I don't really notice I'm going 60 miles an hour because the car is so quiet, and you know, there's practically no road noise. I mean, I'll pause for a second here. Do you hear anything besides like a motorcycle just passing me? No, you don't hear much. And that's what makes this car such a great car to drive and such a great car to ride in. It's a quality car. You would honestly think that this is like a luxury car, but it's not. It's your volume seller midsize SUV. I've been talking really good about this car. What are some things I don't like about it? So, really petty things I don't like is the simple fact that I drive a Golf GTI and I would like to have more power, so if I were to buy this, I'll get the 6-cylinder. And also the simple fact, there's a couple, there's a great visibility out of all the windows in the vehicle, but the rearview mirror is kind of in my side of vision. So I'm looking here, there's kind of a blind spot right here, and I know a lot of people that are pretty tall have the same problem I do, and I feel like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure there's not much they can do about it, but I'm just saying I just don't like it. But other than that, there's nothing I really don't like about this car. I feel like this is a very good car, and if you are looking for a midsize SUV, you definitely should look at a Subaru Outback. And if you're doing research on Subaru Outbacks, you definitely should go test drive one and buy one. And I always tell people this: if you know, everybody who has never, everyone who talks bad about Subaru Outback has never driven one. So if you're kind of have that thought in the back of your mind where you're like, oh, Subaru Outback, I don't know about that, go drive one. It will change your mind. So if you like this video, hit me with a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and keep riding me. Thanks for watching.